Hey Brett, it's Scott Walker, friend of Jason's and Brittany's, and I wanted to shoot this quick video showing some tips and tricks that you could even do in-house to bring in more business using your website and Google Business Profile. Usually I ask for feedback on the video, but it sounds like you and I will be talking soon, so that's great. And I hope that these strategies are helpful and educational for you as well. So here's your website right here. I do love the the logo here with the sun and the sunglasses. That's awesome. You know, heating, cooling, great. And then also great to have ways to convert customers right up top. But one thing that your website is kind of lacking is content. It has lots of pictures, lots of reviews, which are great, but Google loves to see content. They want to see 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage. And throughout that content, you want to be found for buyer intent keywords in Google searches. As an example, Bountiful HVAC, which is right here. This would be actually better placed up top in the header instead of inside the main part, just as an example. The other thing that you could do is if you save all your images in alternate text correctly, Brett, it does say Bountiful HVAC LLC, which is the company, but if you just had Bountiful HVAC Bountiful, or if you work in different areas like Salt Lake, it could be Salt Lake HVAC or, things like that. And that counts as content because it's embedded behind the photo. So I did go ahead and put your website into a tool I used called Ahrefs. This gives me your analytics and kind of shows me where you're setting. It looks like the DR and UR is the strength and trust that Google has for your website. This is on a scale of 100, and you want to keep those balanced and continuously moving up. And you're at 13 strength and 1.4 trust, and that is based off of your backlinks. And it looks like you just recently got 9,200 backlinks, but they don't look like they're actually supporting you very much because you actually went down in your UR rating with Google. And the thing is about backlinks is they're not all created equal, so you want to avoid the spammy backlinks and go after the authoritative ones by staying relevant to your industry and also your location. I could go into this a little bit more when we talk in person. And then it looks like you're being indexed for 24 keywords, and then it looks like you're getting about 30 people to your website each and every month. This is a third-party tool, so that might be a little bit, low. But when it's less than 100, your website's acting way more like a digital business card as opposed to an online lead generating tool that could produce an ROI for you. And if we look at some of the keywords you're being indexed for, most of them are buyer intent ones. But with that many backlinks, you should be ranking for these pretty easily, especially because they're not very difficult to rank for. But you're in the third position for your name, and you're only getting 7 people to your website out of 30 because you're in the third position. If you're in the first, you would be getting closer to 20 or 25 people to your website, just as an example. HVAC services, same thing. You're in the 6th position. You're only getting 4 people. So the further down you go on your position, the less percentage you'll get from the volume. And like I said, you have all the right keywords on your website. It's just you're not ranking for them in the number 1, 2, or 3 positions, which these ones are all really relatively easy to rank for. So that should be where you're at with that many backlinks. So I did just do HVAC Bountiful because Bountiful HVAC didn't bring up a Google Business Profile. But up here are the Google Guaranteed services and then also the local ads. And these are great ways to generate business quickly if that's something you're looking for. But being in the Google Business Profile is really where you want to be. And it's okay that you're not. There's plenty of ways to get there, and I could show you how to do them all. But you could start by constantly adding reviews. You could make sure that your business name, address, and phone number are the exact same all across the internet so you don't mislead Google. And then adding branded, geotagged, and geolocated photos for weekly really shows Google that you're growing your business organically, Brett. And then adding citations, which is your business name, address, and phone number into things like Yellow Pages and Yelp is beneficial because Google is a big popularity contest, and by giving out your information to as many people as possible, they'll start to trust you more. And that's not only in your local area in Bountiful, but in your surrounding areas as well, Layton, Salt Lake, all around. And then being up in the Google Business Profile will generate about 30 to 40% of your online traffic because people just click right here, and a lot of people don't even scroll past the Google Business Profile. So that is just a really good thing to be in there. And then if we go down, this is the organic listings, and you're number 2 for this particular buyer intent keyword, but I just kind of wanted to show you Craig's services and kind of show you what they're ranking for and why. But they have lots of different services. Let's see, I don't think they have different location pages. But if you service Layton, Ogden, Salt Lake, at least that's what it says on your GBP. And so if you had location pages for each of those, you could have even more buyer intent keyword searches on your website, or people going to your website from them. But looking at their website, I mean, they have a decent amount of content, nothing that we couldn't beat really easily. And so once you start to have better buyer intent keywords with more content, those authoritative backlinks and citations, you'll start to outrank these guys. And just to kind of give you an example, they only have 438 backlinks, and they have a way better trust with Google. So, I mean, it is based off of the authoritative backlinks instead of the spammy ones. And just to kind of give you an example, like this is just for HVAC in Bountiful, there's almost 500 searches a month. And then if we go just to Salt Lake, there's almost 2,600 searches a month for HVAC in Salt Lake. So, I mean, like, when you're outranking your competitors, a percentage of the total volumes, so if you have Ogden, Layton, Salt Lake, Bountiful, you have a lot more volume that is being searched for, and a lot more places that could be found for in Google. So, a percentage of the total volumes will start to go to your website instead of your competitors. And then a percentage of the people going to your website will give you a call, and depending on your closing rate, will turn into a customer for you. So I look forward to hearing from you, Brett. I hope this video was helpful. I, again, would appreciate to hear your feedback and thoughts. And thanks so much for your time. Have a great day.